Live from the Base Room Studio in Ballard, Washington, this is the Podworm Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends who at first look like rice-a-roni, but after a few hours sprout wings and fuck up your life. Welcome to the Spacecast. Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to the Podworm Spacecast. Phil was so delicately opening up his pyramid curveball summer blonde ale. So delicately. Let me go ahead and introduce you to our fantastic cast of characters today. We have, once again, out of the woods, the hairy handyman, Phil Williams.
Back from the dead, here to entertain you.
DJ, producer, all-around great guy, Chase Golka's in the house.
Hello.
Half of the Deadly Brother duo, Kevin McCoy.
End of the Deadly Brother roll call.
And our little historian, and our little buddy, Jim Charters.
Hey, I'm just happy to be here, everybody.
Well, we're back again with the Fantastic Five, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I mean, it went so well the first time, we thought...
The lesser-known Marvel comic.
Yeah.
It was the Fantastic Five, and then one of them died.
So what
There was the Fantastic Four, and then Safeway came out with the Fantastic Five, which is pretty much the same, but not
$5
quite
Fridays?
as good.
It's the Kroger version.
Exactly.
But we were hesitant last time because we were mentioning that when you listen to a podcast, you get enamored with a specific setup of the characters, and we weren't sure how this specific group was going to work out. But as it turns out, I think it went pretty well. Yeah,
I was thinking that we could put an acronym of letters at right after the episode number that tells who's there. But then I just the first letter of everybody's names. But then I realized that Phil and Peter fuck it up because they've got the same letter.
That's true.
Just use an F.
Just use an F for Phil.
Oh,
Yo soy Felipe now.
or why not do it the same way Tuesday and Thursday fix their shit? We can have just a PH.
Yeah, that would work as well.
A P and a PH.
Big P, little H.
Yeah, I like it.
Big P mother.
Let's get Big P.
But we're back again, bringing you more great content. We've got, I had a little gripe to talk about. Well, it's not so much a gripe, it's an almost shame story. It wasn't quite shameful, but it was verging on possibly being shameful. So we're going to talk about that. Our good friend Peter, who's not here right now, is getting married in the near future, and we're all celebrating, minus our DJ Chase, this weekend in Vancouver. So we're going to talk about some bachelor party
I'm gonna
ideas.
celebrate as well.
Chase, we celebrating, just not with us,
No, he won't be with us. Just not with you guys.
which I think is for the better.
Probably.
And then we're going to play a little game about the Seattle housing market. So stay
Sounds
tuned.
like a blast.
Oh my God, fun.
So if you listened to our last episode, or if you follow us on social media, you know that I had messed up one of our episodes and didn't post it on time, and I issued an apology on our social media. Well, my original plan with this apology was to go to because I was at work when I was typing it up, because of course I missed the deadline. I had to go to work. So I'm at work, and my idea was to type up this apology on my work computer, take it over to the printer, print it out, sign it, take a picture. It was going to be a whole thing. So I walked it over to the printer after I had, typed it up. And I always have trouble with printers in general, but no one uses the printer at my work. It's kind of just like we're all paperless. And so we have a tiny kind of little inkjet printer that nobody uses, and there's a little cable that you plug into it.
Man,
and
your business didn't even splurge on the laser printer?
it's just like no one uses it. Really,
Wow.
truly no one uses it. It's over in a little corner. No one uses it. And so I plugged into it, and I saw there's some error message. It wasn't working. And so first of all, I'm wasting company time by just fucking around and printing out this piece of paper on the job. So I'm already a little bit self-conscious about this act in the first place. And now I'm kind of like, how do I fix this printer? So I do the thing that everybody does and turn it off and on again. So I shut the printer down. I kind of pretend I'm working on my computer while it's resetting, and then it comes back on. I plug it in, and I send the print job off, and it wasn't working. It wasn't coming out.
So you've sent the print job twice now.
I sent the print job potentially twice. Yeah,
Okay.
but I can't figure out where, because you typically have that little printer icon that tells you like the current print job and what the status of it is.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't find it. But I'm now concerned that I have to get this thing to print, because if I don't get it to print and I walk away and I'm not able to cancel it correctly, I'm afraid that at some point someone's going to get the printer to work and it's going to print out this stupid message about my podcast with my name signed on it.
That's what would happen.
At the bottom. So I'm starting to freak out. I don't know what to do. So I end up kind of just like turning the printer off again and leaving it off and just hoping that, if it's off for an extended amount of time, it'll just kind of go away. End up unplugging and walking away. And so I actually don't know the result of if it ever printed, if anybody ever found it. If it's printed, they didn't tell me, but I ended up just taking a screenshot on my computer and calling it good enough. But it definitely was a situation where I was a little bit nervous that I was going to leave something a little bit undesirable on the printer, which reminded me of another work-related printer incident that I had at my last job. This one was a little bit more extreme, and it was a little bit of maybe a lack of judgment on my part, but you got to live a little bit on the edge.
Yeah.
So at my last job, I was in the human resources group. And I didn't realize at the time, I kind of realized it, but no one really likes human resources. They're kind of like the police of the company, and nobody likes to tell you things.
Nerds.
Yeah, there's never a time when someone's like, you have to speak to human resources where it's a good thing.
Yeah. Tangent. I was trying to earn my boss's trust in the first few weeks I was working there. And someone who was in my demographic, she was about my age.
She was in your demographic?
Yeah, my demographic, because it was a bunch of us
Young white
kids.
male.
Because there's younger, it was like us younger kids, and I was kind of accepted into their group for a lunch thing. We're all hanging out, and she was mentioning how much she didn't like my boss, and I ended up telling my boss this.
What?
And she had a chat with her.
You dirty rat.
Oh, man.
You know what snitches get, Andrew?
I know.
Stitches.
Stitches. Oh yeah, stitches. Yeah.
So I had,
Andrew's a narc, everybody.
I had an experience like this where I was at work and we have an admin who's supposed to take care of most of the office stuff. I went on I did some business travel, and there's some weird forms that you have to fill out, and I don't even know what website to go to fill this stuff out. And let
very
alone
convoluted.
And
Same thing with
and
mine.
then you have to log in. You have to find all your credit card things. You have to allocate them special ways. She does it every day. I do it once in every 2 years, so I've no idea. I went through training for it 9 years ago, so of course I don't remember.
Of course.
Right.
So I talked to her about it, and she was just like, "Oh, just use it. It's really simple." And so I did it, and it took me an hour and a half to do this thing. Mm-hmm. And after I'd done that one, I could have done another one again really quickly, in probably 5 minutes. But it just took me a long time to figure out the whole process. So I talked to my boss, and I was like, the admin in Portland, she does everyone's travel because she's familiar with it. I don't know why the admin here doesn't do everyone's travel. That would make things easy in Seattle too. Because it would take 5 minutes of her time, whereas it literally took me an hour and a half yesterday.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I talked to my boss, was like, maybe this will get better or something. I come into work the next day, and the admin is sitting at her desk weeping.
Oh no.
Oh.
And I walk past her oh crap. And then I go to my cubicle, and then she immediately follows me.
Oh
And
Looks
I'm
like somebody's got a crush.
and she's like, Kevin, I didn't realize it was so hard. You could have asked me for she just got berated by my boss.
Oh, jeez.
no. Wow, nice going, Kevin.
Yeah, great job, Kevin.
Wow.
And then I just was and my boss wasn't even there that day. She was working from home that day, so it was just
You took it all on.
I just I was I have nothing to do but sit here and be oh yeah, sorry, I don't even know. I don't even remember what I said.
It's tough. It's tough. You spend so much time with these people, and you're still in an environment where it's why aren't you doing this job? But it's tough. But so yeah, I made a little bit of not know if it was a bad reputation, but she didn't like me for the rest of my time there. But
Because of that?
Wait,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
as in the person you narked on, or
the other girl. your
correct,
age.
my boss loved it.
Oh, I think she's got fair.
yeah,
fair
yeah,
That's fair. She doesn't like you at all.
No shit, I'd make a voodoo doll out of you after that.
But that's kind of the scene is that I'm this guy that apparently just tattles on people for not liking people in HR. So
You damn tattletale.
and so I had this. I was getting into drawing, and I had this anatomy book that's actually a really well known anatomy book. It's a how to draw. It's not specifically anatomy, but it does
How to
feature
draw what?
It does feature.
Tell us what it.
Just
what,
anatomy.
What do you draw?
It
Anatomy.
features human anatomy.
I'd like to learn how to draw anatomy.
So
Do you have any naked anatomy I could look at?
what sort of anatomy did it have in there?
Just regular anatomy.
No, just
Oh yeah, you just just the regular kind.
just a regular kind, like digging balls and
Just dick and balls.
Is that okay?
I am curious about breasts.
But it's like one of these classic art textbooks that's from like the 80s, but it's held up and people reference it. It's like one of those classics.
Right.
And I just didn't want to buy it because it's like $40 and people, because it's so well known and people love it. It's on the internet. You can just download
see where
it.
this is going.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to download it, but I don't like, because I was kind of like, looking at it and drawing, and I had it like on my iPad, but I didn't like the experience of having it on the iPad. I wanted to have it in a physical version, but it's a lengthy book.
You know
And
where
s-
this is going
and
to.
so
Yeah, I just
And-
realized where we're going.
and so I wanted to have the physical version of it. So I had a plan. I had a slow day at work. So I brought the file. I sent it to my email.
It was a real
not my
slow
work
day
email.
at work.
It was a slow day at work, and I sent it to my email.
Andrew went into a conference room and he locked the door.
So we have this printer, which is like a high output printer, which is like for doing like tons of flyers and shit like that. The thing is, it takes literally about 10 minutes to heat up because it's this big production. If you start the print, literally 10 minutes later, it will print it out. So it takes like this time where it's like whirring and all this kind of stuff. And so we had this cabinet with office supplies. So I grabbed a nice binder, a nice 3-ring binder. And I was like, I was gonna make my own little makeshift book here because I had the time and I had the
jeez.
resources of the nice high quality printer.
much worse than I thought.
What the
And-
hell do you do at work? Yeah, it seems like all you're doing is printing.
But it seemed like a good idea at the time. But as soon as I hit print, I had realized my mistake. And so I hit print on the book, and the book is maybe 300 pages. Jesus. Probably 300 pages.
And this is why you use the giant.
the giant printer.
Printer.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, it would burn through that if you gave it the time pretty quickly.
Yeah. And so
Did you do double sided or single?
it was double sided. So
okay.
it was 150-ish
150
pages. Yeah. But so it starts whirring, and it's whirring, it's doing a thing, heating up for about 10 minutes. And the whole time it's doing this thing, I'm freaking out because if someone else does a print job, there's like a nice 10-minute window that they have send a print job and go to look for it. And they probably hear like the gears going, it's getting ready to print. They're probably walking from their desk, go to the printer and pick it up.
my God.
And the nice thing is it's in a little closet, kind of. It's like out of the way, out of a hallway in a closet. And so it's not like in the middle of everybody's workspace, but it starts printing out pages. And it's nothing explicit, but it is like drawn naked people, basically.
Human anatomy.
It's human
It's
anatomy.
anatomy.
It wouldn't fly in elementary
Anatomy.
school.
It would not fly in
I
elementary school.
work in HR. I'm just printing some anatomy.
I have to know.
No, that's just my anatomy.
Yeah.
What are the resources of these humans? We're in HR, aren't we?
Andrew
Boobs and titties, right?
tries to quietly go into the printing closet. He draws the curtains, closes the door.
But the whole time,
He
out
turns
it-
the little light. There's a light switch that turns like the red light comes on.
Above the door.
Occupado.
Yeah.
but it just, I didn't dawn on me how many horrible things could have gone wrong to really fuck this whole operation up, because my boss could have called me into the office for a second. Somebody could have caught me in the hallway. I had to keep walking in there and like intercepting the pages because it kept printing and printing 150 pages.
Why didn't you just stay in there?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
He panicked. He panicked.
How many times did you go in and out?
Maybe 3 or 4.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, you don't want to be the
recall.
guy standing next to the naked butts coming out.
Yeah.
Like, yep, these are my butts. Keep them coming.
I think what we have to do is, who is? I'm gonna have to find this person as they walk past me.
Where's my print job? I just came in here and there's
the Davidson file. This isn't it.
What is this obscenity in my office? But it ended up being okay. But there's any number of things that could have really fucked me there. But I ended
Yeah.
up having my nice printed binder. I can even bring it in and show it to you guys. I still have it with all my nice
I'd love to
text.
see that anatomy.
Yeah, I don't
And,
know. How
yeah.
used is it?
It's used. But yeah, so I guess the moral of the story is don't use the work printer for shit that's not for work.
I used to work in a copy center
Like Kinko's?
at the UW Copy Center,
Okay.
where all the
Print
students
center,
would go
okay.
to print their homework. I worked there for 3.5 years.
Best 3.5 years of your life.
Oh my
right?
god! Honestly, that was like the best job ever. Like we would play a new game every day. I would make up like I spent like 4 hours one day, like just hitting a pencil off of the ledge and trying to get into a cup. Like just dumb games like that. We literally came up with a new game every day. sometimes it was like, who can hit that sleeping person over at that table with a paper airplane? And then if we did hit them, we'd all look away like we were just working. So they'd just be like
Not suspicious.
hit by a paper airplane and like have no idea where it came from.
Yeah, because there's just a bunch of people like slamming at their keyboard.
Well, because it's Odegaard Library, it's huge. There's people everywhere. Like there's several levels.
Look
Like,
at the library, by the way.
it's 4 levels.
Yeah.
It's the grossest, disgusting library. It looks like a big toilet.
Kevin knows what's up. Yeah.
It looks like a big toilet.
So, like, we would play games. I didn't buy any books after I started working there. Like, my first year of college, I bought books, but then after that, I would just rent the book from the library and then photocopy the whole thing during my job.
That's awesome.
That's called working smart.
Yeah.
So there was like two things that were really fun. There was one day when the game was how many people can you help without using any words at all, which
Oh my god.
got really uncomfortable. But my record was 8.
That is impressive.
That's
That
good
really
record.
is.
That's
Yeah.
strong.
Very nice.
Just completely silent and just like you take the money, you don't do anything. There's a certain point where sometimes it gets too uncomfortable and you just say something.
Right.
Yeah.
But there was 8 people that I was able to make it all the way through the entire transaction.
This is in a row.
No.
Oh, just
not-
in
no.
that shift.
In that shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still pretty good.
Wow.
My favorite game that never worked. Like I really wanted this to be successful, but it went 0 places. There was out of order signs for all. I know how to fix a printer. If you ever have one broken, like I know how to fix every kind of printer.
Oh, come on over.
We had so many out of order signs at the store. And so the game that I made up for that day was we would both sit in the chairs at the front, because there's basically a little counter that we sit at and wait for people to come and ask for stuff. So we'd sit in our chairs, like hanging off the side of it and looking weird with maybe your tongue out, and you'd put the out of order sign on your chest. So it's like the person's out of order.
How did you keep this job?
Yeah.
I did a great job at that job.
Oh, okay.
It's really simple job. I was like the only student there that spoke English, so that was like the best worker there. Like, because like other people would complain about not being able to communicate.
Okay.
Like people get really upset and really mean to because it was mostly international students that
Right.
worked there.
Right.
Say work study and
And yeah, like that's most of the people who took the job, and then people would complain, and I would just go stand up and be like, "Hey, sir, can I help you?"
You mean you'd non-verbally help them?
yeah, I would just silently
I would
help
just,
them.
yeah,
Sometimes no words is better, we've found.
It's
Yeah.
true. Silence is golden.
yeah. So, anyways, I really wanted that to pay off, like the out of order sign, but literally it was just people who'd come up like, "Hey, I need 10 copies of this resume," and just like not acknowledge that I'm sitting there looking. So I'd have to like pick myself up, take the sign off my chest, grab their resume, and go make a photocopy of it. And then it was awkward for me.
Yeah.
But I was like hoping that I would get a reaction out of someone. Never got.
You're just
anything.
pranking yourself.
Nobody reacted
Nobody
to the out of
laughed?
order.
No, I did that for a full 4-hour shift. Probably
my
helped
God.
several people, and no one cared.
Seriously?
Wow. Very just jaded people at that library.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
really.
fun though. Like I used to like when I photocopied resumes, the game that I would play is how many spelling errors can I find in the resume? My record was 15.
Holy moly.
In just like one resume that they're printing on the nice paper and paying extra to and sometimes I would tell them. It just really depended on how nice the customer was.
Right.
I'd be like, "Hey, I know I just photocopied this, but while I was photocopying it, I noticed there's a spelling error here, here, and here."
And here and here and here and here.
That guy was a dick, and so I let him keep his 15
course.
spelling
Yeah,
errors.
nice.
That's karma for you.
Yeah, really.
So like I mentioned, our buddy Peter is actually getting married 1 month-ish from now. I think almost exactly.
Yep.
And most of the podworms, plus Daniel, the famous editor of the podcast,
It's
are
all
going.
the podworms.
It's all the podworms
Yeah.
minus Chase.
Yep.
Sorry, Chase.
Is that it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole podworm
Yeah.
crew minus Chase.
Are you invited or not invited?
I was invited, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be kind of hurtful
There's
if I was sitting here
elephant
mocking
in the
room.
Except for Chase.
You just have like you're going to is that Base Canyon?
Yeah, I'm going to Base Canyon. I'm playing Base Canyon too, so it's a cool opportunity to play at the Gorge, which is sick.
We're all gonna have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. There may even be some bonus pod material while we're all blackout drunk.
Oh, for sure.
Oh man, I'm
Schwasty.
so disappointed.
I can't
I'm
wait to
bringing
fart
this.
in some microphones.
That's
It's
why I
gonna be
bought
good.
new mics.
What, really?
Yeah. So we're
Nice.
set. You need to bring yours, but
Will
be set.
do.
You guys
So-
can bring some of these ones.
So hang tight, space fans, because that's going to be a wild ride. But we're all excited. We're all super stoked for this bachelor party. And so
maybe a vlog entry might be warranted.
there's going to be some documentation,
Oh,
guaranteed.
we've never done a vlog.
I think maybe a little vlog, a little
Yeah.
Podrooms vlog on
It's
the
called-
Facebook
I've got an
might be
idea.
worth it.
Let's-
Vlogworms.
I'll do a
Some
vlog.
vlogworms.
I'll do a vlog as well, and then we'll come back and we'll make little compilation videos and see
Oh,
who
that's
had the
not
most
bad.
fun.
I like it. Okay.
Hashtag Vlogworms Canada.
I like it. Yeah. And
Hey.
if you're in the Vancouver area 2 weeks ago, come party with us.
Yeah, come party with us.
But I,
Go
Go
party
fuck
with us.
yourself. I mean,
Yeah, come party with us. Yeah.
but the best man, Mike McCoy. Can we take a second and talk about this for a second?
Yes.
Peter Freese has a brother,
An older brother.
an older brother, and he is not the best man. It's Mike McCoy is the best man.
but like,
do you always have to pick your brother?
yeah, do you always
No,
have to be brother?
there was
I don't
some.
think that's a thing.
I mean, there was some definite reasons why he did.
Okay. Well, either way,
Let's get into it.
I mean, if he was,
Let's all
Without him-
speculate about
without
Peter's
Peter here.
personal life without him here. Let's
mean-
just do a Maury deep dive right now.
I was Mike's best man,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
but he won't be mine.
Man, that was the best, man.
I'm gonna have Peter's brother be my best man.
Okay, actually,
I would love it if you actually did it.
really be something, wouldn't it?
What if he just swoops in at your wedding and he's just like super passionate and he's like, the times we've spent together, Kevin,
That'd be great.
Freak
over
the
these
fuck out.
past
Makes the
3
best
text
speech ever.
conversations.
I ran into him at Costco.
Really?
yeah?
Yeah, I think he thought we'd met, but we haven't.
but it feels like because he's listened to the show.
You guys were at high school at the same time, though, right?
I think he's older.
I think he's maybe a little bit older.
Slightly older.
Yeah.
I'm Katie's age.
Oh, then yeah, he wouldn't have been in high school with you. There you go.
Has Mike been two best mans now? And he will be a third when you get married, Kevin.
I've been like 4 best mans.
All right, Kevin.
All right. Well,
not a competition.
All right. I guess the McCoys are just blessed with being the best man.
Yeah.
I've
Jeez.
been the best man in a wedding for a guy that I have not seen since his wedding.
Wow.
He asked me, and of course you say yes, but I was like, I didn't know we were that close.
Can we get a name drop right now?
No.
What is it about the McCoys that make them so best manable?
Yeah, what is it?
Is it just because they're agreeable?
Good speechers.
Good speeches.
They're good talkers, is what they are.
They're done good
They're
at
just good at
speakings and
speeching.
stuff.
They're
Or,
such good
They,
speeches.
they have the charisma necessary to be a
dude,
best
Christmas is my
man.
favorite Pokemon.
Dude, I love Christmas.
And they're good planners.
It's my favorite hooker.
I think that's the that's the key thing is that they're good at planning.
All right.
They're like
planning.
adult,
And
men.
yet you're very good at it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's true.
No one wants the best man duty as far as planning the bachelor party. It's a lot to
Absolutely.
handle.
It's a
It
lot
is.
of work.
And so I found this.
It's like planning on how to deal with a hurricane.
Pretty much. It's just controlled chaos.
Right.
levees are gonna break, but you don't know which levees.
Yeah.
All right, this is the cellar that we'll all duck into.
Yeah. But there's obviously sites and people talking out there about how to plan a good bachelor party. And there's this website called weddingforward.com.
Wedding forward?
weddingforward.com.
Okay.
And they have a list of the best bachelor party activities. And I know we've already planned it. Mike's already planned it for us. It's going to be a great weekend.
It's
You've already
already
seen the
happened.
footage.
We've had a lot of fun
You've already seen the footage.
You
on
know
our
it's gonna be
social media.
good because there was a patented McCoy spreadsheet sent around.
Yes, there was.
Absolutely, with times and dates,
Times
and color
and
coding,
hyperlinks,
hyperlinks,
Ooh.
the whole
Color
yeah.
coding.
Ooh,
approximate
spicy.
cost per activity. It just doesn't get better than that.
It's planned to the T. But I figured we could just look at these other activities in case we need something else to do, or for maybe a future bachelor party, like our own Kevin McCoy, when Peter's brother is planning.
This is really for Peter's
when
brother.
Peter's brother is expecting his first child. That's
Yep.
when
Yep.
we'll have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the one theme I saw when you looked up bachelor party activities that they were all like bachelor party activities without strippers. So that was kind of like the main
was
thing.
all without strippers.
I guess because the default is that you just get some strippers and that's a bachelor party. But these were some alternative bachelor party ideas without strippers.
So alternative.
So the first one, it's funny. This is
Christian rock alternative.
so this is weddingforward.com. You'd think would be the authority on weddings and all things wedding related.
Oh,
And this is their
easily.
list of the best bachelor party activities. The first thing on this bullet pointed list says play Western.
What the fuck does that mean?
Play Western.
I also enjoy Westworld. HBO's done a great job.
And when you scroll down and look at it, like they flesh the idea out a little bit. There's this hokey picture of this cowboy guy riding a mechanical bull. What looks like it could be a child's birthday party.
No,
This does not look like the kind of bachelor
He's
party.
at Chuck E. Cheese for sure.
Look, I'll tell you what. The only.
I'll tell you
I'll
what.
tell you what. The only cowboy themed bar near us where we're seated right now is Cowgirls Incorporated, which is down on First Avenue, and nobody wants to go there.
Yeah.
Cowgirls.
Cowgirls
Hello.
Incorporated.
This is without strippers, Jim.
It's actually not. It's just actually just a bar. They do have people dance on the counters though.
But to sum up the idea here, it's basically what you would expect. You dress up like a cowboy and go to a cowboy themed bar and just be a cowboy.
That's the whole thing.
Sounds fucking stupid. Be
I've
a
always wanted to be a
cowboy.
cowboy before I get
I
married.
just like the way that they describe it.
That's
Play
suggestion-
Western. That's a suggestion.
That's suggestion number 1, though.
That's the
Yeah.
first one they toss out.
It's like play Western. It makes it sound like this is a fucking bachelor
should
party
be
for
like-
like 12-year-olds.
Right. It's
You know
not,
what every young boy grows up dreaming that they should just
to
be?
be a cowboy.
Here's one of their other ideas. Just soccer.
The fuck?
Soccer.
Do you enjoy?
Full
Dude,
stop.
this is totally a 13-year-old's birthday party
really
they're
is.
planning.
This is written by someone who works at RII.
And there's ice cream cake afterwards, guys.
Oh,
No, there'd be more hiking involved.
Yeah, I mean, there's outdoorsy. It's kind of like, what's something I've never done but seems like it'd be fun?
Soccer.
Let me guess. The next one
I'm
is
still
is
leaning towards
Twister.
Christian rock for
It
this.
could be. It
whoever
could
wrote
be.
this.
It's just like it's the youth group version.
Oh, this is definitely youth group bachelor party
Oh
for sure.
my! You
This
nailed
is-
it.
This is for the 19-year-olds getting married.
Play Western. We can't go to a bar, but we can play Western.
Soccer.
This is like I'm too young to drink, too poor to do anything, but I also want to get married.
yeah.
This is
so that I can have sex.
soccer is followed by beach volleyball. It says if you're lucky enough to work with a summer wedding, a day in the sun may be the perfect setting. Most public, I don't know if that was supposed to rhyme, but that's so horrible. So most public beaches have a volleyball court set up and available. The only cost is travel, food, and refreshment. So I think you nailed this on the
See,
head. This is for poor fucks.
You know what? I would be down with the beach volleyball. Look, we all put some jeans on
For a bachelor
we,
party?
We all take our shirts off. We oil up like we're in Top
okay.
Gun.
Oh my god! I was going to say this is a Top Gun wet dream you're describing.
I'm like we're playing with the boys, and then you just play some beach volleyball all day. Yeah.
They suggest fishing, which actually I'm not opposed to.
No, I'm
that
not
sounds kind of
opposed to that
fun.
either.
Yeah, that
Fishing.
That
Yeah.
wouldn't be bad.
That's. I mean, you can at least drink and do
bullshit
that.
around.
Yeah.
And fishing isn't that hard.
No.
You just sit a line out and then you just fuck
And
around.
you
a
drink
little
all
bit.
day, and you just
No, that'd be
You
kind of
get
tight.
greased up.
yeah. You strip to the waist, get greased up,
Get greased up.
put your pole in the water.
Put your pole in the water much more. Yeah, that sounds great.
But yeah, so just to summarize the rest, it's all basically just activities you could do on any given summer day, like go surfing, go do some paintball, go roll around the dirt.
No, Andrew, that doesn't say go do paintball. This is also leaning towards the teenager wrote this. It says epic paintball war.
Oh my god.
Paintball war.
I'm not gonna lie. Paintball or airsofting would be cool.
It's
It
a
would be
wonderful
fun.
idea,
It would be
but not
fun.
when you say epic paintball war.
You know what always like this is the bachelor party activity that always sounds fun but is less fun than it is go-karting.
Why is it less fun?
Because it's like you get to the place where you're going to go-kart and then an hour and a half later you go-kart for 5 minutes and then
right,
you
yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always found it to be disappointing about go-karting. I mean, it's fun, but it's just not fun
You never have enough
for long enough.
Yeah. Consistent fun.
That's why the airsofting is so
Also-
much fun. 'Cause it's so long.
I'm a bigger guy and like I don't care how good I drive. I'm not going to get the high score.
Yeah.
There's like that weight coefficient
Like,
that's like going on.
If there was a way to like go out to the Monroe Speedway and just like bum around in like a real
Yeah.
car,
Yeah.
that's a bachelor party I want to
Yeah,
go to.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Like we take everybody to a track day. That'd be a hell of a time.
That'd be amazing.
It'd be really fun.
You could do the fastest laps.
There is plenty of time for Podworms themed events coming up. This bachelor party is just the first Podworms sponsored event. So thanks for sponsoring, Peter. Thanks for offering up your bachelor party for this sponsored event. Okay, so I wanted to close out today's show with something that I guess it's been on my mind. I take the bus to work, and I go over Mercer Island. That's the one with all the big ass houses, right?
yeah.
It's 520.
Yeah.
Fancy
yes.
town.
Okay.
It's I-90.
Fancy town, Seattle.
It's like Great Gatsby, right?
Yes, thank you. You're right. I'm an idiot.
What are you? Why? Are
You
you,
called it 520.
I said it wrong. You agreed. We're both wrong. All right.
I was yes-anding.
Idiots.
I'll yes and anything.
You know what?
Daniel,
Welcome to Seattle.
Daniel, just cut Kevin out for the rest of the show.
Please,
So,
just mute this. I'm on track number 2. Just mute track number 2.
The bottom line, the important thing here is I drive past all these Great Gatsby-esque houses, and I realize that there's some rich fucks that live in this area. And that's
Yeah.
not a surprise to anybody.
Not a surprise.
it's very expensive to live around here.
Was it the 2 richest men in the world live here?
Yeah, they do.
It's ritzy, yeah. So
Uncle Jeff and Bill Gates.
And so I thought we could play a little game of over-under, and I picked some properties, with homes, properties and homes, from Zillow, and I want you guys to guess if these homes are over or under $1 million.
Easy.
Hey, this
Let's
is
get 'em
this
going.
is
Really
easy
easy.
as hell.
All right. Okay. Wow.
I mean,
Well,
I bought a house, so I know what things are
okay.
priced.
Homeowner here's got a little leg up on everybody because he bought one. So here we go.
That's right, baby.
So these are all within Seattle city limits.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So everything's already over $1 million.
This one is 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. It's 2,220 square feet. All right.
Can you tell us where it's located?
Seattle.
No,
Where in
where in
Seattle?
Seattle? We need to know that.
This is in the 98118 area code. Let me see.
What is
That,
that?
believe it or not, doesn't narrow it down for me.
I don't know if we know
not
all the zip
familiar with
codes in
that
this
one.
city.
Oh yeah. This is like a Columbia City adjacent. Like it's on the water.
So this is like
What's Columbia City?
it's looking towards I-90,
Like-
on that side of the lake.
oh, okay.
East
okay.
South Seattle.
near the water over
It's
there.
South Seattle, but
Yeah.
it's a 5-bedroom, so I'm going to go over $1 million.
Yeah.
Let
Same.
me give you some more information
okay,
here.
sorry.
I mean, don't you want all the information you can get?
Yeah, I do.
This is a beautiful split entry home for sale. The upper level offers 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Master has its own full bath and a large living room. It has hardwood flooring, brand new kitchen with stainless steel appliances. The lower level has 2 bedrooms, a full bath, and a huge family room. 2 levels deck. This is theirs typing, not mine. That's ready for your entertainment. Location provides easy commute, being minutes from downtown Seattle, I-5, I-90, plus 5 minutes to walk to the light rail. This home was built in 1980. It does not have
Split
air
entry.
conditioning, and it has an attached garage. I'll give you this information. It's been,
How many car garage?
doesn't mention here.
Oh.
It's been on Zillow for 54 days. So over under $1 million.
Over, for sure. It's overpriced. It's been on the market way too long. The market's been in a dip for like the past month.
Yep.
I'm gonna say under $1 million because it could be like 800,000, and mostly based on the fact it's a split entry and everybody hates those.
I hate I hate
That's true,
those.
See what I
actually.
mean?
You walk
That is
right
true.
in, you got to choose up or down right away.
Immediately, you gotta make a decision right when you walk in the door.
5-bedroom, though.
Terrible.
5-bedroom in this.
But they're all like 5-bedroom. I mean, the ones in
guess
Bothell were all like 5 bedrooms.
Technically, you can, like,
consider
to quote the great Mitch Hedberg, people take a shower in this bedroom, you know? It's great.
I think he delivered it better than that.
Yeah, well,
obviously.
that's good enough.
Obviously.
So Chase, over under.
I say over.
And Kevin,
I'm gonna go over.
it's under.
Boom. Fuck.
580.
Wow.
580.
Holy
split entries,
shit.
dog.
Let's look at it. Let's go
Let
in
me
on
see
this
the
together.
picture of
Yeah,
this.
can I see it?
It's probably falling apart.
Oh, we can't see a picture of it?
No, we're in it.
Wait,
we're in the middle of an episode
it's
right
also-
now.
5 of us going together, that's only $100,000 each.
I don't want to see anything that the fans
Deal.
can't see. That's just the kind of guy I am.
You like the fantasy?
What? No, I don't want to see anything the fans
he
can't
likes
see.
the fantasy.
I thought you said I want to have the fantasy.
No,
I mean, they both kind of work.
I mean, yeah. I
know, I
agree to both those
No,
statements.
no. Don't destroy my split level 5-bedroom fantasy right
I
now.
think that you guys should have gone under, given if I was in Columbia City.
Yeah, after I think about
Very
it,
true.
now that we're kind
So-
of South
I
Seattle
still
area.
don't understand Columbia City, where that is.
It's
Like
right next to Seattle.
Rainier Valley is the one that's up and coming at this point.
Okay, so-
Georgetown.
So how about this one? This is Queen.
Oh, Georgetown. So it's real south.
very south.
Oh, then yeah, I would have guessed under.
So
for
here's
sure.
a Queen
I was
Anne.
thinking
More like Renton than
Queen
Seattle.
Anne, you say?
Here's Queen Anne. It's
Oh,
this is
boy.
516 Yale Avenue. All right.
Okay.
It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's about 4,000 square feet.
2 bedrooms and 4,000 square
Damn,
feet.
that's a
Like, what else do you have? Do you have like a foyer?
Yeah.
Let me
all
explain. Let me explain.
Okay.
It's a stunning Rhodey Lee 2-level penthouse in award-winning 2010 building designed by Tom Kundig. glass, steel concrete structure with 5 adaptable use residential units. Unit 700 has 11 ceilings, Venetian plaster walls, concrete floors, walls of view
Did you
windows.
just say 11 ceilings?
Yes, 11 ceilings. We need, what does that mean?
11-foot ceilings.
Can you
Does it have a little
try
mark next to the
words
11?
again?
It's written like that. I don't know what the fuck
Has
it means.
11 ceilings?
You can look at the thing,
Does it
Jim.
have- does it
Oh, well,
have-
it's definitely over $1 million then.
It's got to have like. Does it have a little mark next to 11?
It does not have shit. It just 11. It must be mistyped.
I've never heard a house talk about how many fucking ceilings it has.
11-foot ceilings, Kevin. Jesus fucking
It's
Christ.
probably $11 million, actually.
Is it 11-foot ceilings?
Sure, yes.
It has to.
Oh, Jesus.
Or it has 11 ceilings. I don't
damn it.
know.
As you can see right in the entryway, here's the first ceiling. Very nice.
We have 10
more of them.
Like, does the ceiling look like an upside down staircase?
The only time it's appropriate to like discriminate how many ceilings you have is if you have like the Sistine Chapel painted.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
Let's see here. The top level embraces the living room dining area's chef's kitchen. There's dramatic steel glass staircase, et cetera, et cetera. The house was built in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two parking spaces.
This has to be.
It's been on Zillow for 172 days. Is it over under $1 million?
This is 100% over.
This has to be
$1 million.
over. They have to be asking like 10 million. They have to be asking some absurd amount. For
The
this.
amount of name dropping in this, and the fact that everything's glass and steel,
And it's
100
dramatic.
and it's dramatic.
To
Venetian
be on,
plaster.
It would have to be a fucking like shed on Queen Anne to be under $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen Anne is.
I can't recall if this was this ad or the one previous, but the attribute all stainless steel appliances.
That was
is,
the previous
is
one.
the biggest bullshit in the world. You
is.
can buy stainless steel appliances for $200.
Yeah.
It does not
Yeah.
matter if they're stainless steel.
Because all you did is put like a little sheet of stainless steel on the front.
People love that. They're like,
do.
oh, it's stainless.
Stainless steel.
Oh my God.
yeah, this one's well over $1 million.
What
It's
is it?
5.5.
Oh,
5 million.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you get a fucking 11
Oh,
ceilings.
see, it's just like the other one, except for this time, if we split it, it's $1 million
It's
each.
Rhodey Lee designed steel and glass.
Oh, Rhodey Lee.
Oh yeah, Rhodey Lee.
Oh my gosh, she was at my New Year's Eve party.
I love.
All right, so this one,
I love it.
this one's in the 98102 area code, which basically spans from Capitol Hill to Gasworks area.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. Wow.
And so it's a 4-bedroom, 5-bath.
That's a big area.
4-bedroom, 5-bath, 3,000 square foot.
yeah.
The posting reads, "Don't miss this rare opportunity to own at the Residences at Fairview, a unique collection of 21 luxury homes with access to Lake Union, boat moorage, and marina
this
club
like in
amenities."
Broadmoor or
Need I
something?
say more?
Yeah. No.
So is this like
Guys,
South Lake Union
anymore.
then?
In that area, yeah.
or it's near like
Yeah.
it's like Broadview or something.
gotta be.
Let's see here. So,
Broadmoor, Broadview. Which one's the more ritzy?
yeah, Lake Union.
East Lake.
It features sweeping Lake Union views from floor to ceiling windows and striking contemporary
East Lake.
interior.
It's East Lake.
East Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
10 million.
This is built 2017. 2017,
Oh my
one
God.
parking
Yeah.
space.
10 million.
Been on Zillow for 80
10
days.
mil.
10 mil. Okay. Anybody else have a guess here?
How many square foot?
It's 3,000.
I'm actually going to go with
3,000?
6 mil.
I'm gonna
It
say.
has 5 bedrooms, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 8 mil.
Are we guessing straight up numbers?
No, I wanna-
Over.
I-
It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over
The
a million.
bar has been.
It's over a million. It's been crushed.
Okay.
That's the JV mark
8
right
million.
now.
It's 2.5.
Ah.
2.5.
I would've been-
That's
yeah, I
pretty
would've been more
affordable, actually.
conservative than
It must
that.
be like
It's
a
pretty
lot
big
of.
house.
to have 10 or something, you got to be on the water, like on
That
the
is
water.
true.
So let's
East Lake is a nice area.
Let's
It's
close this
very-
out with a little bit of a more one that's a little bit less obvious here.
Okay.
This one is in this is in like Wallingford area.
Okay.
Wait, hold, a tangent. Is the chef's kitchen the opposite of a galley kitchen?
I don't know. I don't. I'm not in that realm to understand a chef's kitchen.
Oh,
yet. I need a few more $1 million.
I'm more like asking Phil this
A
question.
chef's kitchen is usually chef's kitchen doesn't mean anything. They just
It
say
doesn't mean-
they
is it
just
just-
say
is
chef's
it
It's a
usually
kitchen
just-
for a chef.
Is it
What's
usually
so fucking hard about that?
Is it usually just very large?
A chef's kitchen usually has the most prominent features are you have a water spout that's over your range,
Oh.
so that you can fill your pots while they're on the. Because obviously taking that
Wow.
off the stove is way too much.
So
And secondarily, they usually have a second sink that's not for dishes.
Oh.
They have something else.
Is they usually have 2 ranges too, like one in the middle and one? In the,
Usually, it won't even have a range. It'll have a cooktop.
Yeah.
It's like 8 burners, and then
Oh
you'll
my
have
God.
a double oven.
Beautiful.
oh, okay.
But moral of the story, It's all marketing.
It's all bullshit.
Nonsense.
That
It
sounds
means
like
nothing.
a chef would love that.
If chefs would fucking kill for that.
Yeah, chefs would love that kitchen.
It's the kind of kitchen you have a private
ranges?
chef.
They interview you before you buy the home.
They interview you.
They make you cook like you're on Chopped before you can purchase it.
I'm sorry, we're only going to sell the chef's kitchen to a chef.
So this one's a little bit different. This is let me just read it to you. So this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 200 square feet.
Wait.
This is tough.
In Wallingford area?
1-bedroom, 1-bath, 200 square feet. Let me read the description.
There's no way. This is
The backseat of my car is 200
This
square
home,
feet.
this home has a name.
He's not wrong. I've seen it.
This home has a name. It
With
says
11 ceilings.
the description says meet Orca, a Wallingford gem at iconic Seattle Marina, just a stone's throw from Gasworks Park. She is looking for her new lake-loving owner. This
I know what-
this
okay, I
house
got it.
barge has a custom steel hull
Floating
built
house,
for a
dude.
potential
It's a floating
second-story
house?
addition.
Yeah, dude.
Upgrades include new electrical, plumbing, roof, windows, and all new tanks and pumps. Complete upgrade list available.
Floating house.
Yeah, it's a floating house. It was built in 1982. 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 200 square feet.
Is
Over
it the house
under.
from Sleepless in
Yeah, I
Seattle?
was just about to ask.
It would mention that. It doesn't
I would
mention
100% ask, be like, was it featured in Sleepless in Seattle?
that. Maybe
I'm going to say for
in a shop.
200 square feet,
But
maybe under a mil, but pretty close to it.
I will also say that given that I've seen the prices of the floating houses before, because I'm a dreamer.
And a homeowner.
And I'm a homeowner. And I'm going to say just under $1 million.
It totally depends on which marina you're in.
Yeah.
Even
It does.
more specifically, where you are on the marina.
It's on North-
If you're,
North
if
Lake
you're on
Union.
the edge,
Yeah.
buco bucks. But I've worked on a few marina houses
And they're,
that
like,
are like
towards the
tucked
shore?
in, and it's like you could just move your house literally 5 feet and you'd be on shore.
Really?
And you don't have to deal with
Being on
being
the
on a
water.
floating house.
Yeah, it's
Anyways.
on North Lake Union.
So I'm going to go under
North.
because of that.
Yeah,
Under.
definitely.
I'm going to go over because everybody else went under.
This we can hop on today for $275,000.
$275.
I could have
275.
afforded that, but it's so small.
Yeah, that's tiny.
And I thought my house was tiny.
The studio I'm getting is bigger than that.
Yeah, it's true.
That's crazy.
200 square feet.
Yeah.
That is the smallest residence I've ever heard posted. That is insanely
At first,
small.
I thought it was one of those new, like micro studio apartments that are like they look really nice, but they're actually shitty and they're tiny as hell.
Yeah. You know, it's only $100,000 per 100 square feet.
Well, not to knock it, but one of my friends lived in
Only.
a micro studio where you just had literally like a bed and a bathroom,
Yeah.
and then you also paid for like a common like cooking area. It's like dorm living essentially.
Well,
So it was.
didn't our friend of the show, Kenny Ballard, also lived in one of those in Kirkland?
A little micro unit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little micro unit. He had a shared bathroom.
As
Yeah.
a chef, I will never share a kitchen with somebody else.
I went to a party on a floating house
Yeah.
back in college.
Yeah.
Can I stop you, Kevin?
Yeah.
Do you want to wrap up the show for me? I'm going to catch my bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like the last one coming for a while.
Okay,
so
Oh, you
I'll
gotta
go
get
with
out of
that.
here.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
let's finish it up then.
Okay. You want
I'd
to
like to
say the
hear
story?
Kevin's story.
It's not very good. Everybody thought they were drunk before they were.
because they couldn't stand straight.
That's it.
That's
And there you have it.
Maybe we'll pick it up next time.
We'll pick it up next time. We'll see you guys all after the Great Bachelor Party. I hope you followed the social media antics and saw all of our videos. If you want to tweet at us, PW Spacecast on Twitter. If you want to follow us on Facebook, Podworm Spacecast is the place to be. And if you want to send some pod mail, why don't you hit us up at pwspacecast@gmail.com. And as always, space fans, until next time, keep swerving.
See, pues. Get the frick out of here. Get the frick. What are you doing in here? Get the
All right, Andrew's gone. Extra pod.
Extra pod.
So-
extra pod.
Podworms
Extra
after dark.
Podworms after dark.
Podworms after dark. This is what we get into the real issues.
Raw.
We get raw.
No protection for these podworms.
All right, condoms off, everyone.
Yay, syphilis.
Mine was getting a little dry, so I'm glad we're doing that.
Your condom was getting dry?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how it works, right? You put a condom on, it's got all the loop, and then your penis just kind of soaks it up.
Right.
Right?
Just your penis is like a loop
It
sponge.
just kind of sucks it up.
It dries right out.
So when you ejaculate, that's what comes out, right?
Have you ever
Some dust.
No, what you just absorbed comes out.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
It's a party popper. There's like some ribbons and like gunpowder comes out of the
It's bedazzled. Oh, great.